The unsettled dispute of Western Sahara. Main idea. Western Sahara, a region in North Africa, is at the center of a long-standing dispute between Morocco and the Polisario Front, backed by Algeria. Western Sahara was a Spanish colony from 1884 to 1976. Morocco claimed the territory after Spain's withdrawal. The Polisario Front, backed by Algeria, fought for independence. A ceasefire was established in 1991, but the dispute remains unsettled. Current situation. Morocco controls 80% of Western Sahara. The Polisario Front controls 20%. The region is rich in phosphates, oil, and gas. The dispute has implications for regional stability and global energy markets. International involvement. The US, Israel, and Western countries support Morocco. Russia, China, Iran, and Algeria support the Polisario Front. The conflict has led to tensions between Morocco and Algeria. The Western Sahara dispute remains unresolved. The conflict has significant implications for regional stability and global energy markets. Understanding the history and complexities of the dispute is crucial for finding a peaceful resolution. Western Sahara, a disputed territory. Western Sahara, a region in North Africa, has been disputed between Morocco and the Polisario Front since the 1970s. History of the conflict. In 1975, the International Court of Justice ruled that Western Sahara's indigenous Sahrawi people had the right to self-determination. However, Morocco ignored the ruling and annexed the territory. The wall and its consequences. In the 1980s, Morocco built a massive wall known as the Berm to separate its controlled regions from those controlled by the Polisario Front. The wall is fortified with landmines, making it nearly impassable. International response. The United Nations and the African Union have condemned Morocco's occupation of Western Sahara, citing violations of international law. The African Union has recognized the Sahrawi Arab Democratic Republic, SADR, as a sovereign state. Current situation. The conflict remains unresolved, with Morocco controlling most of Western Sahara and the Polisario Front operating from exile in Algeria. The situation remains tense, with occasional clashes between Moroccan forces and Polisario fighters. Western Sahara, a disputed territory. The Western Sahara region has been disputed between Morocco and the Polisario Front since the 1970s. Morocco controls the majority of the territory, with around 160,000 Sahrawi people living within its controlled areas. Phosphate riches and economic value. Western Sahara is home to a rich phosphate mine, producing around 3 million tons annually. This makes Morocco the world's second-largest phosphate producer. If Western Sahara gains independence, it could undermine Morocco's control over global phosphate supplies. Offshore gas reserves and fisheries. The territory's Atlantic coastline grants Morocco a large exclusive economic zone, potentially rich in offshore gas reserves and fisheries. Recent discoveries off the coast of Mauritania have raised hopes for similar finds in Western Sahara. The stalled referendum. A referendum on Western Sahara's future has been stalled for decades. Morocco insists that all residents, including Moroccan settlers, should be allowed to vote. The Polisario Front argues that only indigenous Sahrawi people should participate. Western Sahara conflict, a forgotten war. The conflict in Western Sahara has been ongoing for decades, with Morocco controlling most of the territory. The Polisario Front, backed by Algeria, has been fighting for independence. Recent developments: in 2020, the US recognized Morocco's claims to Western Sahara, and Israel followed suit. This has led to increased tensions with Algeria, which supports the Polisario Front. Military buildup. Morocco has increased its military spending, acquiring American and Israeli weapons. Algeria has responded by boosting its own military budget. International support. The US, Israel, France, and Spain support Morocco's plans for Western Sahara's autonomy within Morocco. However, the Polisario Front and Algeria reject this proposal. The conflict remains unresolved with no end in sight.